line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
It's a place revered by many, loved by many more, and yet very extremely difficult to master, tough to tame, and tough to figure out. But I call it home. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Christian the Crusader from PTM Racing TV. We welcome you here to BackFire Sim Racing and their showcase at my homeland, my home track. Welcome to Knoxville, Iowa, and Knoxville Raceway is about to bear witness to the host of the BackFire Sim Racing All-Stars Race main event, coming here now live on PTM Racing TV. Hi everyone, I am welcoming you back here to the show as always. Oh, my people out here, it's good to see you all. It is good to see you once more. I cannot wait to showcase this race to you and call this one as we go. But for now, I gotta go ahead and get this grading order set to go. So, race fans, let the All-Star race be commenced and come down forth. Let's get down to it. On the pole, we'll see Carl Handwork, and the number 51 is outside Wes Fuller in the 35. Row number 2 will be Thaddeus Marshall, and the 87 is outside Noah Howland in the 21. Row number 3, Patrick McQuaid, and the 77 is outside Bailey Jelinus in the number 78. Row number 4, final starters, Cole Martin in the 45 is outside Blake Howell, the 26, excuse me. That will be your starting lineup for heat number 1. Heat number 1 coming at your grading order right now. Drivers getting prepared to go at this one. 8 drivers in this one. The All-Star race about to commence here on the sprint car capital of the world and one of the most famous tracks, most revered tracks in all of dirt track racing. Oh, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to call one of these cars. And yes, these are the next-gen Cup cars, by the way, the Gen 7s taking to the dirt. We thought, honestly, we were going to see them on the Bristol dirt track first. Nope, we're going to Knoxville, which, if you ask me, this is where they should be going to. Thank you very much. But, hey, at least we get the Truck Series this year. I'll take it when I can get. Drivers working their way around turns number 3 and 4 right now. Pace truck getting them lined up. Our flagman tonight. Well, it's my good friend and colleague. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Austin Jackson. This is AJ, as we like to know him as. The flagman AJ will be keeping an eye on things here. Austin Jackson going to be keeping a close eye on these drivers, keeping a close eye on their cornering, on their controls, and making sure that they all respect the law and respect the rules of dirt track racing, as over 20,000 in attendance today here in Knoxville, Iowa to watch this one go out, as well as you all watching down here in the comment section and on home on Facebook Live and our YouTube replay as well from PTM Racing TV. Thank you for tuning in, and now, without further ado, enjoy the show. Let's get down to business. The All-Star Race is about to commence at Knoxville, Iowa. Here we go off the start here, 10 laps in this one. We'll go right down in the first set of corners right out of the gate. Carl Handwork with the early advantage. He gets a good run off here on Thaddeus Marshall in the 87 as he looks to try to hunt him down. Wes Fuller in the 35 looking to get some momentum brewing up here as the Folds down 87 now, trying to make a work on Handwork. Handwork trying to avoid him and trying to stay out of trouble early on. He knows on the dirt there is one thing to watch out for: old slider territory. And with the power these cars have at their disposal and under control, they can throw haymakers like this one right here. Look at the slide job thrown right out of turn 3. Thaddeus posts Carl Handwork to the outside. Carl managing to hold him down, though, keeps him stable. Thaddeus going back down low, though. Here comes the slide job. Put the fenders to the kender. Here we go. Battle back and forth between the two. Thaddeus with the advantage. Carl, though, can just drive it down in a little bit, kind of bring the momentum back in his corner, but he's got to start to drive that thing down a little bit more. Thaddeus is not giving him any breathers here. He's not giving him any hope. Handwork has got to get out of that outside line, get back down into the slick here, and make some run of the work here. Cole Martin with some problems down there. Same with Patrick McQuaid, while Noah Howland and Wes Fuller try to get right back into this fight here. Remember, this is only heat number 1, so we have plenty of racing to go. The 50-lap main event coming right after this one. Wes Fuller, though, seems to have a little bit of a better run here on Noah Howland. Not by much, though. Holding his line down pretty stably. Seems to be keeping it very under control, very in rhythmic position and zoning. Thaddeus controlling and dictating the style on the dirt. This man is a master of the track here when it comes to dirt racing. I rating of 4,912, a license of 4.99 in dirt. That's pretty darn good, because usually you get pushed, beaten, and banged around here a lot more often than not. Handwork not too bad and not too shabby in his own right, a 2,119 style, but still a little bit shorter than Thaddeus. And Wes Fuller, well, it looks like he's going for the haymaker. He threw it off of turn 3 and 4. Was not enough, though. 4 laps to go here right at the moment here. Still, it is Thaddeus with the race lead. Trying to keep Carl Handwork away from him and trying to keep him from getting up to him in position. Lap times definitely show Handwork is getting comfortable here. He's starting to find a rhythm, starting to find the line. That was a gain there that he got on him that last go around as they're down to 3. Carl needs to start tightening himself just a little bit more here, really laying in the throttle when he can. But you can see the car is having troubles doing that. 670 horsepower with the steering as hard to master as it is right there. I wouldn't put it anywhere else, but just kind of figuring this one out. 2 to go. Green flag high in the air. Wes Fuller now looking like he might have something for Handwork if he makes another mistake. Looking to try to get him here in the corners. I don't think he's going to have time, though, right now, because Thaddeus Marshall, with such a charge and such a runoff here, has having no troubles with that whatsoever. White flag is out in heat number 1. And a little bit of a wraparound here between Handwork and Fuller. Fuller now taking full advantage of the mistake there. Costing him some time now. Moves up top side. Handwork trying to hold the bottom, but he's not going to have enough time in this case, because coming off of turn 3 into number 4, the 87 of Thaddeus Marshall will walk away with some checkered flags in heat number 1. Ellen Fuller saying, go Wes and Carl, show how it's done. Well, Wes and Carl definitely showed how it's done and throwing on a pretty good show, I'll say. Great stuff. 6 drivers came to the field. They came to the track. They raced their hearts out, and they put on a show for you fans at home. But they're not done yet. Oh, far from it, my friends. Because now it's time for the A main event. Race fans, they come from all walks. They come from all likes. We started in the dirt. We started in this land. Now, the dirt is back, and it's time to get to the championship race. This is your A main event. On the pole, just like they were in the heats and the finish, Thaddeus Marshall will be in the 87. Wes Fuller will be in the 35. Row number 2 will be Carl Handwerk in the 51, and Noah Howland in the 21. Patrick McQuay will be in that 77, while Cole Martin piles the 45, and Bailey Linus will be in the 78, and then Blake Howell in the 25. Race fans, are you ready? Because now, the time has come. The time is here. The drivers are ready. And they are now presented up to the griding order in the starting zone. The time is here and now for these drivers. It's time to let them loose and roar the cars to life. The drivers are ready. The field is set. Fans at home, fans watching in the stands. We know you've come to watch this show play out. We know you wanted to see some more dirt racing action. These BackFire Sim Racing boys always come out to fire out the best and the brightest young superstars that come from the iRacing world. They've worked hard from the ice, from the racing on the asphalt side, and now being put to their ultimate test on the dirt side of things. The time has come, and the place is here at Knoxville Raceway. Let's go racing the All-Star main event. Here we go. Driving them hard right off of corner number 1 down into turn number 2. Thaddeus Marshall has the early lead yet again, but Wes Fuller does not want to give in that easily. But Carl Handwerk Sterling is not going to make it easy for him. He gets sent up to the top side, down the concrete barriers, the side, the steel panel of wood that lays in clean. Handwerk now knows he's going to have to find some grip and find some run generally here on the Knoxville surface. There are 2 ways to get around, top side or bottom. There is some run in the middle, but generally speaking, until you burn that bottom up, that middle does not come in. You gotta go where the corners are. You gotta get in where the clear edges are. Sprint cars know this track all too well. They can pull the biggest moves in the best of races here with the Knoxville Nationals. But the one thing that always is the testament to control and stability is how you work with fenders around here. And the one thing that really is going to be a struggle is, again, these drivers are working with 2 Achilles heels. The steering set that is coming for these next gens is 670 horsepower under the hood, as well as the way this car is designed and built is something spectacularly wise, tough to master, tough to tame. The onboard camera here with Patrick McQuaid right now is the number 77, tries to find some run, trying to find some momentum, but you can see he is all over the place here, unfortunately. Trying to hold down the Chevrolet Camaro. The thing just will not grip and will not stay stable. I think a lot of that has to do with just kind of the overall nature of what he's been presented with and what he's going through. May not be quite aware of how to handle and master the turns as well as perhaps other ways could. Looks like our top ticker not quite working here, so we're just going to go ahead and we'll do the quick little session, get them set it up, and we'll fire them off down. Race fans, turn up the loudspeakers, turn up the momentum, and hear the roar of the cars. It's time to crank it up. Two giants right now going at it here a little bit here as Carl Handwork finally gets us up to Thaddeus Marshall. Problems down there for Cole Martin though in the 45. The BK Designs Chevrolet Camaro comes to a little bit of a standstill here. Even Wes Fuller having some problems down there. Both drivers coming to a slide out here. We'll take a look at the PTM Instant Replay and see what happened here to the 45. Then we'll take a look at Wes Fuller as he comes around. Here's what happened to the 45 though. You can see he just overshot the corner, and then, like I said, once you lose control, you have really no grip. Problem you got to really worry about all night long is just how do you handle those turns, and how you make sure you stay away from doing stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's a tough break there for Wes Fuller, and for of course there with the 45 with Cole Martin. Man, both guys just having some problems down there, and just not able to keep it in line. Yeah, working with Thaddeus though, they're definitely showing you right now they are two of the tougher drivers out here to work around with. They certainly leave nothing on the table and everything on the run. Thaddeus still dealing with Cole Martin right behind him. Martin trying to get a run out on him. Maybe see if he can find some build up in position. This 50 lap A main event was definitely going to be one of the tougher races that these guys faced with. Even though it may not seem like much, it's definitely a lot harder to handle, a lot harder to take control of, considering that they have so much going on. You got literally the tires starting to heat up, now starting to actually build up some speed to grip down on the track, getting all the rubber laid down on that dirt side. You can actually see the rubber that's actually getting right onto the corners there. Now you may be thinking at home, okay, well what's the big deal with that? Well, the biggest thing here is when you see rubber laid down, that means it's starting to slick up. And in dirt, when we say slick up, we mean it's starting to build up momentum. It's starting to build up some grip. But after a while, if it builds too much up, it actually starts to become much more of a hassle to actually get around and kind of come into play. When the track starts to grab a hold of the surface, that's when the cars can actually just kind of slide even more close down into the end and actually grip the bottom end of it, which is what you want. It's pretty much like an asphalt. The more grip, more of the asphalt or pavement you can get, the more momentum you can carry through. It's just a matter of making sure the car stays in the right place at the right time. Speaking of the right time, right place, huge slider there by Handwork, trying to get it out of Marshall, but Marshall escapes with it, and the Titletown 87 runs away from Mr. 51 Carl Handwork. You can't blame Handwork for trying to make the move when he did, but unfortunately it did not stick the way he was hoping for. Everybody just looking for their last ditch effort, left a little bit of power under the hood. Remember, there are no points on the line. There's a little bit of fun just mixed into it. Handwork though, opening the door, got into the wall a little bit. Here comes the 21 now, Howland. Howland, man, what a move off, but he could not trade it in for a surprise. He got taken up yet again. Handwork sneaking his way back in position. Every single one of these drivers so far have pretty much been in a position or been in a very key spot that have made things a little bit more interesting for them and their teams. And what you're seeing right now is about what I would usually see in my dirt stock or my late model on this track, which is just get that thing turned right and let the car dig and eat. But the thing is, again, even with those Goodyear dirt tires on, man, those things still don't exactly like to grab as much as you think. We've got just about 32 laps remaining here. Now going to be about 31. Marshall still with the race lead, and honestly, I'm not too surprised about that. He's been tough to tame all day long, and he's been tough to really keep on track tonight anyway. And we're still trying to get a move on him. Howland looking for some opportunities to strike, looking for something to get around with. You know, KNOXVILLE Raceway has been famous for many big names and many big stars of drivers. And by the way, some of those NASCAR drivers you see in today's age actually came from the dirt side of things. And where do they have to travel from as well? Well, they may have came from dirt. They may have actually came from this landscape. They may have come from Knoxville because they were running the sprint cars down there. But here in this case right now, a little bit of problems down there for the 35 here at Wes Fuller. Mechanical failures here. Looks like he might have shot down the Might have shot something down in the transmission here. We'll take a look at the replay. Everything seems fine here, and oh! Oh, that's a whole motor going big time on the 35. Fuller blows the motor coming off turn number 4. And, you know, again, these next-gen Cup cars, man, they're trying to learn how to evaporate and get around with and see which ones can work better than the others and which ones can hold out for the longest of times. But this was a big mistake here from the 35. The motor quits on him just like that. This is certainly not what you want to see if you're one of the drivers coming out from this race. Let's see if we can take a look at the oil temp here. No water or oil temp, unfortunately, is showing us. But just listen to the carburetor and listen to how that car is handling. I can tell you right now, that thing was getting hot under the collar. Listen to this. Once you hear that, that is a driver's worst nightmare. It literally means your car is done. It's toast. Everything, the ignition, the engine, the transmission, loses all its oil temperature, all its oil, water, and everything. It's gone. So once that engine goes, you might as well try to find a place to hide. So I think we'll be down to about 5 now until we get Fuller back out on the track here. But that is definitely a tough decision to really be made for. Well, I think also this is going to kind of test some guys here now, because now they realize they can't just go full throttle around this track all the time. Now they got to actually back it off a little bit. That's pretty crazy. I mean, the thing is, too, we have seen this before, actually. If you remember back in Bristol Dirt in NASCAR, when they had that dirt, when they had the dirt surface and everything, cars were getting overheated and they were getting hot under the collar. They were not used to, you know, what they were having to figure out, which is trying to figure grill tape, having to figure the air vents and openings to let the car breathe. You need time to relax, let it relax, let it sit. You know, they had actually worked from the truck race and saw what happened there. And even then, some drivers still could not get around it. It just would not hold up. So I guarantee a lot of these guys, what they did is they try to cut a few holes in some areas, kind of cut a few spots up to help let the cars breathe, let them take full control and relax. But even then, it's still not enough. So, and thing is too, we known from the other previous events before these next gens even came into really existence that there was some overheating issues. There was some heat exhaustion just in the cockpit alone. So imagine as a driver what you're going up against now, knowing that is the case. That makes things even worse on you and makes it much harder to control and master here. But the pace truck still coming on here. You can see that yellow flag still high in the air. They want to give Wes Fuller a chance to come back into this here. He's about 4 laps down, excuse me. Yeah, he's about 3 laps down as soon as he comes back around. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get that back here. Now with how many laps we have left at stake here. Especially the pace truck now coming off here for 23 to go. If this is your first time though here on PTM Racing TV, everybody, well, thank you so much for tuning on in tonight. We appreciate you. We love your support. If you guys could like and follow us up on the Facebook side of things, head over to Twitter, subscribe, and follow us there. Instagram, we're there as well if you want to check us out. But of course on our YouTube end, exclusive live broadcasts as well as this one will be in full display and full support. We will have this one on its replay file here right after the race. So if you're just tuning in from the Facebook Live situation here, we do appreciate you coming on by. But if you're watching on YouTube afterwards, we do appreciate you as well. Feel free to comment down below, and we will always look over your comments and try to chat with you guys as well. It's kind of crazy, you know, being back in front of my hometown, my home crowd and everything, and watching, you know, this BackFire Sim Racing boys go at an all-star race pace, trying to showcase their best and their brightest, while also trying to challenge them in a whole nother light, in a whole nother world. It is certainly something here, and it can definitely make things a lot more interesting. Looks like they're going to let them just kind of roll the laps around. Wes Fuller is getting his laps back, and I believe they want him on the lead lap, so they want to give that 35 Chevrolet Camaro a fair chance here. I believe he'll have one more lap down. He'll go. I don't know if they're going to give him that back as well here. Again, the caution came out due to Fuller's little blown engine, blown transmission, but he was able to get into pit road at least. And the pit crew frantically just swapping out that transmission, that engine, and they got everything situated up so quickly and so well done to now where they're actually going to have a chance to maybe, and I mean maybe, take down Thaddeus Marshall, Noah Hallen, Patrick McQuaid, and Carl Handwerk here. But in order to do so, he's going to need to do more. They just lock the horns and lock the car up. He's going to have to find some grip, find some rhythm, and move the chains on in. The pace truck will go one more time by as West Fuller is now officially back on the lead lap. We'll go green flag racing next go around, so 19 laps will remain. I believe that will be the call here, or well, it might be this time by actually. It looks like if Fuller can catch them here, I think they'll go. Pace truck right now is, looks like he is still on the track here. Yep, yellow flag is going to stay out one more time. So this time around now, they will get everyone situated out. See that flagman holding the 1 to go there. That means we're ready to go back to the racing, back to the action here. There is the pace truck's lights turned off, so 19 will remain indeed. Well, I know it's a little bit of a stall, a little bit of a position there to be kind of put into their race fans, but they're not done yet. We're still in this. We're still going to see some racing. The pace truck will be in this next time by. The field is centered away and stretched out. 5 drivers on the lead lap. Cole Martin, unfortunately, troubles down there for the 45. Could not get it to collapse back in. Could not get it to square back up. And now the field looking to get the charge and get the field in. We're going to be under caution one more lap. And right now, I guarantee you, if you're that 87 and of Marshall, you know that you're running out of laps now to actually just get away from these guys. You may be fast on the track, but that doesn't mean anything in dirt. Someone comes up to you, they'll take you for a ride or two if they can get you. And these restarts are so crucial, especially with this kind of car and everything. It's going to be very difficult to get it down. Alan Fuller coming on board saying, love watching these Titletown guys race. Alan, it certainly is fun to watch, and it's great to have you back on board here, darling. Let's get that green flag out this time by. Yes, indeed, we will. On the front straightaway, you see the official flying it up, and it's time to go back to it. Allen, oh my, look at that rear end just kicks straight out, but the problem is you don't want to do it too much here. You got to try to keep it somewhat straight if you want to make the car work its way around, do its own thing. Thaddeus trying to hold back Hallen's run though, but Hallen is finding the momentum. He's got some grip. He's found a seam. Carl Handwerk seems to have done the same. Some fenders being put together a little bit here down on the front straightaway down in turn number 1 to turn 2. And now it's Hallen going right up there at Thaddeus. Handwerk right in the mix. Babble there off turn number 4 though. Hallen losing the corner, and now Handwerk's going to have to try to make up the ground. Thaddeus just kind of hanging it loose and sending her on her way. 15 laps remain this next time by for Thaddeus Marshall. And look at him starting to drive higher and higher up. It looks like he's trying to find some tacky stuff up there. He looks like he's getting kind of tired of the slick on the bottom lane. You see him actually going high side. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get into the grip, into the gravel. The grip is where he'll be able to kind of push forward up and actually get more momentum. But there's a downside to this. Here at Knoxville, if you get too close to that extreme outside barrier where there's pretty much a flat banked area surface, there is no grip down there. You want to try to hit the berm where the curb is, kind of entering into that turn. That's where you'll find the momentum. Diamond it off, get it close to the bottom as you can, and just let that thing sink and dip it in as fast as you can to get some momentum. And that's exactly what these guys are trying to do. But it looks like Handwerk decided he wanted to try to extra drive the entire curb on the bottom end. I don't think that's exactly a smart move because Allen just showed you that's not exactly something that works. Allen nearly getting a big run off there on Handwerk. Couldn't quite get it to go though. Both drivers one spot up from their original positions here in from the A main. Oh, trouble down there for Patrick McQuaid though on the front straightaway. Huge hit here for the number 77. He's going to pull it right off. Get it out of the way of the other drivers. We'll take a look at the PTM replay and see what happened here. This looked like just a mental lapse here. See him driving it hard off turn 2, and he just slams it right into the wall. And that wall is like a concrete barrier. It does not give an inch. I've seen sprint cars go flying up that thing and just not even get a dent into it. They may take some signage out down there, but that's not the case here. And right there you see that 77 just jammed right in there. That thing did not give an inch. Oh my, oh my, oh my, wait a minute, what? Just a minute, look out. Here comes the 51. Carl Handwork has caught Thaddeus. Thaddeus bobbles it through the front straightaway. We've got a war, boys. We've got a battle and we've got a race. The 51 of Handwork gonna send it at Marshall. And Handwork pays the price. I said you can bump and bang and put fenders together. I didn't say you could hold the line down like that. And now the caution will fly out. And Thaddeus, I gotta believe, is not too happy that came out when it did. I think he was kind of hoping it would stay up and green for just the rest of the time being. Let's go to the PTM Instant Replay and watch this one from a couple angles. This is where everything changed here. Let's look at this. This is a big race moment here. Look at Handwork. He's having some serious momentum on the outside. Thaddeus actually slight bobble there coming off that corner there of the Verb on the corner of turn 4. Handwork managing to get some grip in the middle section, the outside banking of that tarmac there. You see with the dirt kind of burnt in from the rubber of the tires there, these Goodyears. And you can see right here, this is where things were starting to change and go towards the 51's route. He had more momentum. Thaddeus was struggling to get the car to grip instead of sliding in the slick. Thaddeus threw the slider here. This is where the slide job maneuver usually works, but he did not have enough momentum to kind of force him to slow down. And then Handwork, well, let's just say he thought he might have had Thaddeus here. Marshall was driving it completely into the dirt there and into the ground, bumping and banging fenders together. Handwork goes for the haymaker to finish him off. And then this happens. Marshall just had it more lined up and kind of actually dangled it right into the turn. That's what messed up his corner end. He had nothing he could do about it. One more look at it from the camera angle of his nose. You can see he's just pushing him. He's bumping, he's banging, he's putting everything he's got there. But when you enter at an angle like this and your other driver has got a little bit more of a 45-degree angle smacking you dab, that's really hard to kind of hold your line down from there. And that's exactly what happened there, unfortunately. This race about to be put underway and put under wraps here, though. The green flag going to charge back out. Handwork is done. 6 laps left to go. Handwork's night, unfortunately, done and over with, but that doesn't mean the racing is done and over with here, folks. Howland might have a chance here, so does Wes Fuller. We'll have 5 laps remaining when we come by the next go-around. It's been a fight. It's been a struggle, but everyone has done what they can and then some to hold on. Fuller trying to get up there with Howland. Howland going up to offside here. And look at Fuller down to the bottom. Charges the second lane there. Looking for a run. Looking for a seam. He's got it. He's got a grip. And he's got some momentum. A little corner off there from Howland. Howland couldn't get the rear end to stay straight. Now Fuller looking to try to take down Thaddeus. But Thaddeus, man, he's not going to give you an inch. No way in shape or form. Even with the damage of that thing, he don't care. He'll still drive that thing into the ground like it's nothing. You can see him trying to burn some momentum and burn the grip in, keeping the tires straight as possible while not oversteering it. You can let the rear end slide out just enough, but when you're going on the front end, you got to grip it down there to hold the line down. That's exactly what both drivers are doing at their top speeds and at their top level right at this moment. Thaddeus here is nearing the end of this one. We're coming up with only 2 laps remaining this time by. Green flag high in the air now. They've got only 2 to go. Thaddeus trying to hang back just a little bit more. Wes Fuller trying to look for some momentum. Problems down there for Patrick McQuaid. He's upside down. He's flipping it all around. He's got all sorts of problems down there. He just cannot hold that thing online to save his life. Well, the white flag now charges, but that is a huge bobble off turn 4. Thaddeus gave a huge run there to Wes Fuller. Now can Fuller capitalize? He's got to get a grip. He's got to get a seam. Can he find it? He's got to run hard. He's going to go for it all here. Can he throw the slide job? No, it's not enough time. If Thaddeus can just hold the line down just one more time he'll win it. It's to the finish. He does. He'll take this one home and wins the All-Star race for BackFire Sim Racing. Incredible. Wes gave it everything he had to try to knock down Thaddeus, but Thaddeus was not going to do it tonight. He wins here tonight at KNOXVILLE Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. A huge victory and a huge gain. And could this also help the confidence level boost in for his point season championship stakes? The full Titletown Designs 87 sure thinks that we're all right. The Chevrolets were tough to tame and tough to beat, and they gave it everything they had and then some here today. Ellen saying a congrats to Thaddeus and a great job to Wes. Indeed, indeed. Woo! Alright, race fans, I know it's time to finish this one out and almost say goodbye, but we're not quite done yet. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our top finishers in this one. Thaddeus Marshall, your race winner here and the All-Stars race for BackFire Sim Racing. But Wes Fuller with a solid second place finish. Third to Noah Hallen. Fourth to Patrick McQuaid. Fifth to Carl Handwork. Sixth to Cole Martin. Seventh to Bailey Jelinus. And eighth to Blake Howell will round out the top 8. Alright, folks. We're now going to take it down here and talk with the finishers. First up on the list in the top 3, let's bring it in. Noah Hallen in the 21. And Noah, congratulations on that top 3 finish, sir. Well, all around, though, it seemed like Knoxville was giving you a little bit of troubles in the corners there. But when you had it good, you had it made, man. What was going on down there with you and the team?
Just this car, man. The car is not meant for the dirt, in my opinion. It's really hard to hold that line. The car just feels so light, so fast. Other than that, man, I just wish we had more people in the race. It would have been a lot more fun, seeing a lot more accidents go on. Having a good time with my team.
For sure there. I know a lot was going. I know you guys were definitely kind of putting bumpers and fenders down there. Now, you said this car was not meant to be here for dirt. Why is that? Because it does seem like the car was struggling to kind of stay straight on the lines.
Again, I just feel like there's too much torque in that machine. It's too light. Heavier cars, just old school cars feel like they need to be on dirt. None of this new shit.
Well, I mean, we do have the 87s. We've always wanted to broadcast on dirt, so I mean, maybe you could talk with the guys about that one. I know they run extremely well with this stuff, but that's just what I know. Anyway, so right now, Hallen, I know you're going to come away top 3 and a solid performance here for you, so who do you want to thank here for that?
I want to thank everybody to the team, Thaddeus, to helping us out with the setup tonight. Thaddeus is a monster. No matter what, he was gonna win. With a full group of people, it was gonna be guaranteed to him.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Hallen, we do appreciate you coming on board here. Thanks for your time and coming on to show the fans you got some skills under the track here. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Hallen, the number 21 driver, as we now bring in the number 35, the man that was trying to take the claim to Thaddeus' reign. Wes Fuller now joins me in out of Maryville, Missouri. And Wes, congratulations on that second place finish. You certainly put on a little bit of a show to the end, a little bit of a fight there at Marshall. But as they were coming to the end, it looked like Marshall just had too much of a run coming off 4 there.
He's just too fast. He's really good on dirt. I probably shouldn't have even finished where I finished. Carl and him were going to be the class of the field, and Noah kind of surprised me a little bit. He's our kind of alliance team, and I was for sure it's going to be a title town, title city 1, 2, 3, but instead of just a title town 1, 2, 3. But it really sucks Carl got knocked out because that's going to be a really good show. That was fun, though. I had a blast. I just wish there was a lot more people that showed up.
For sure there. I know it's kind of a bit of a short field, kind of a small field stacked up, but hey, man, it was still quite a bit of a show to watch and quite a bit of a race roundabout. So I'll ask you this here, Wes. Was there anything you really did enjoy with this next gen Cup car on this dirt track, or do you think more like what we heard from Howland that they should stay with the asphalt?
I mean, I'm a dirt guy. I love dirt. I went to the Bristol Dirt Race last year and absolutely loved it. I think the more dirt races that are on the schedule, the happier I am. I think they should go to more dirt races. To be honest, I me and Thaddeus were kind of pushing for a dirt track to be on the schedule this season. And we kind of got our wish tonight. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
I mean, don't take dang shame in that, man. I said it earlier in the broadcast. These things need to be at Knoxville, honestly, here with the trucks when they come around. Like, why they still haven't done that, why they haven't added Iowa Speedway in there is beyond me. But, hey, I mean, at the end of the day, at least there's one thing you and I can say we have in common is we want more dirt on the schedule. But nevertheless,
Oh yeah, for sure.
so that's
And
all.
the cool thing is, I'll be going to the Knoxville Truck Race, kind of like I did last year, again this year. So this is just a pep in my step. I just got my tickets a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago, and I am so ready to go. This just made it more excited to go back.
I guess I got a whole crew that I'm going to be seeing around there. So I'll be joining Knoxville Raceway when that comes down for the truck race soon enough. But Wes, my friend, it is good to hear from you and good to talk with you once again, sir. So let me ask you this: who you want to thank for the second place finish?
My cousin Sean Franklin. I have Gutter Pro on the car this week. He's going to be on the car a lot more this season. Bush Light, Titletown, uh, Titletown Bar and Grill, Backyard Wine and Vine, all my guys or all the guys at Titletown Racing, Thaddeus, who is Thaddeus, Carl Handwork, Dylan McDonald, Noah Hallen, Mark or Paul Owens, Ricky Gonzalez, Nick Panico, everybody. I just need to start building more momentum up. One last week, and I just need to kind of keep going with that. So I'm ready. This has been fun so far, and I thank you guys for putting this on. I also got to thank Joker Graphics for being on the car too.
For sure there. Well, Wes, I definitely could say this could be a bit of a confidence booster and then some here for your team and everything else. So congratulations on this second place finish, and we'll catch you next time out, bud.
Sounds good. See you, buddy.
See you then. West Florida, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher here tonight, but coming away with the W, ladies and gentlemen, please introduce then Victory Lane, Thaddeus Marshall, the number 87 driver out of Lansing, Kansas. Thaddeus, congratulations, sir, and boy, howdy, did you have to take this one to the wire and go for it all, and you just did not let any of these guys give in to this one.
No, I got loose with 2 to go coming out of 4, and I saw Wes was catching up, so I was like, all right, I just got to take it easy and hit my marks on the final lap.
For sure there. Now, I'll say, though, there was some bit of a run where with you and Handwork, Handwork gets into you coming off of turn number 2. He gets a little too hard and actually gets spun there with getting you collided in. At the time, did you see him coming into you there, or did you just try to hold the line down and hope that he was going to go away sooner or later?
I saw him coming, and I saw him pushing up the track, and my car was pushing up the track as well, and I let off the gas completely to get it to rotate, and when I did, it pointed right down into him. I didn't mean to make contact with him, and I feel bad about it, especially being a teammate.
For sure there. Well, no, I mean, no, at the end of the day, though, it is dirt track racing. So just like short track, fenders and bumpers will be put eventually together because you just get it slick and slide a little bit. But at the end of the day, Thaddeus, you still pulled on a heck of a run and a heck of a show and proved you can hang with the big boys and then some. So let me ask you this, sir. When you're walking away the All-Star race winner, who do you want to thank you for this one?
I'd like to thank Titletown Racing and Titletown Designs, Wes Fuller for bringing me onto the team for this season, my parents for watching the stream, and my fiance for supporting in everything I do on here.
For sure there. Well, Thaddeus, we do appreciate your time here, sir. Congratulations. A very big win for you and your team.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner in the all-star race of our BackFire Sim Racing. Give it up for Thaddeus Marshall. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you tonight. Come by here on Sunday night. We will have you some racing, some action to be seen. But from all of us here at PTM Racing TV, big thank you to everyone that tuned in. Thank you for tuning in on the show. And we'll always catch you guys when the green flag flies right here on PTM Racing TV.